Hello, hello! We're back again with another tutorial. I am going to step away from the glitter for today's tutorial. There is going to be no glitter involved in this. This is actually going to be a promotional product for my husband's business. He is a carpenter, and when he finishes up a job, he likes to put together a little basket of things just to say thank you for the business. And so since I started in this world of tumbler making, we both thought it would be a good idea to put his business name and phone number on some tumblers and give them to past customers. So that's what I've been busily working on, and he suggested no glitter. Weird. So I've been doing a couple different fun techniques. I've been doing a fun wood grain technique, and that is another video that I hope to do here in the future. And then another technique is a crackle method. So Jared loves to redo and refurbish things. Those are like his most favorite things ever, and barnwood is one of his favorite things to work with. So this crackle method actually looks like weathered barnwood. So that's where I came in with the idea to make his cups look like that, just because that's what he likes and that's what he loves to do. So this is actually a pretty easy method. I can hopefully just do it in one quick short video, so you don't have to take up too much of your time watching this to learn how to do it. There's just a couple things that you need to do this. First, we just need two paintbrushes. They don't have to be very big, just enough to cover the surface in a kind of fast manner, I guess. One paintbrush is going to be for just plain old Elmer's school glue. Not Mod Podge this time, just Elmer's school glue. So that is what this paintbrush and this little Dixie bathroom cup is for. Next, we need just white acrylic paint. I mean, we could use any color, I guess, to get that crackle method, but you'll see here in a second on my cup, I have a base color that will show through the cracks of the white. So another paintbrush for the white acrylic paint and another little Dixie cup for that. I have two fans on each side. You can't see them, but we need this to dry to get that crackle method. So I have fans on each side so the glue and the acrylic paint can dry and kind of fall off of the cup. Now here I have prepped a just a water bottle. I already did a coffee tumbler, but I thought it would be fun to put in a water bottle for those that don't drink coffee or wouldn't necessarily need a coffee cup tumbler. So I just sprayed this quick with a Rust-Oleum nutmeg color. I thought it would look neat underneath the white acrylic paint. So I just sprayed it down. It didn't have to be a perfect coat of paint just because, just because we want it to look weathered. We want it to look old. So just a quick spritz of the spray paint on there. I taped off the end here because we really don't want the acrylic and the acrylic paint and the glue to fall that far, since this is where the top needs to screw on. So, and I also have a fancy dancy little drying rack over here. This is where my cup will sit with a fan blowing on each side. So it just has PVC pipe coming straight up, so then the cup can just go right on there. So let's get it started. All we need to do is just dump a little bit of the glue into a cup and then a little bit of the paint into the other. So we don't need much. I really try not to waste any of the supplies I use because it does get expensive. So can always add more if we think we need more. So we'll start with, let's get the cup over here. We'll start with the school glue. and just brush it on. And a pretty thick coat, not too thick, but I mean, we want it to be able to run to create the crackle effect. And just kind of keep working our way around here. The paint wasn't completely dry, so you can see my little fingerprints, but you know what? That's okay, because we want this to look rustic. We don't want it to look perfect. Keep working our way around here. I really like this method just because it goes quick and it just looks so pretty. And you hardly need anything to do it to get a super cool effect. I do still epoxy over the top of this. I'll put Jared's business name on it, and then do another coat of epoxy to seal in that vinyl. But this is a pretty cool little method, even if you don't do the epoxy. Okay, I think we've got a good coat of glue on there. I'm not striving for perfection. Okay, now we'll move on to the acrylic paint. So we just really want to gob this on to get that cool crackle effect. So just brush it all into one direction, just straight up. I want to get don't want to mess with it too much because we want it gravity to work in our favor to create the cool effects. Okay, let's try to turn this. Normally, if I'm doing a coffee tumbler, I'm able to just freely spin my hand in it, but it's a little hard with a small water bottle hole, spout, mouth thing, whatever it is. All right, keep working it on. Almost done. See how quick this goes? I just love this method. I can pump out so many cups by doing this. Don't get me wrong, I love doing the glitter. I love the tediousness of that. I love doing that sometimes, but sometimes if I just need to get a cup done quick, this is the way to go. And just make sure we got all that glue covered up, and where I bumped it apparently. Oh, yep, it's on my thumb. Fill in any spots that we might find. Oh, I keep hitting the tripod, I'm sorry. Okay. I think we got some pretty good coverage there. Let's take a look. Look-see here. Maybe like this little spot. Don't want to mess with it too much, but I just want to make sure I have pretty good coverage. Okay, so now this is, ooh! Oh wow, hit my light. Okay, so this is pretty good coverage, what I got here. So I'm gonna put it right there. I'm gonna turn on both of my fans. Let it dry, it only takes a couple hours, and then we'll have the super cool crackle effect. So let's turn it here. So when this is all dry, I'll be back to show you the finished product. Okay, I just wanted to hop on quick and just show you what the dried crackle method looks like before epoxy is on it. Look how neat that is. Doesn't it look like weathered wood or weathered oil paint that's been on a barn for years and years and years. I mean, down here you can see some of the brush strokes, but that just adds the character to it. That just makes it look like it's been painted over and the sun has just worn it out over the years. So, and see how it's just some falls off more than in other spots, but isn't it neat? Okay, I just wanted to show you guys how cool it looks once it dries. So I'm gonna get this under epoxy, and then I will show you what I do to do the vinyl in the next step. So stay tuned. All right, welcome back. It's always so awkward starting these videos again and again as I do each step, but just bear with me. We have put one good layer of epoxy on this Crackle Method water bottle. You can see there's still some rough edges or rough spots where the glue and the acrylic paint was a little thicker, but that's okay because we can just sand that down a little bit because we have one more coat of epoxy, one, maybe two coats of epoxy that has to go back onto this. So I just love the way that epoxy makes, how it makes things look after it's cured. It just gives it that pretty little shine, that finished look almost. And I just love the way that the Crackle Method looks underneath it because it literally looks like barnwood that's been weathered by the cold and snow and sun for years and years and years. So now we are ready to apply the decals. So like I said, this is for my husband's business. He's a carpenter. So it is always fun to give out things like these after a project is done, just to say, hey, thanks for the business. So what I have here, I used my Cricut to cut out his business logo. And I also have this to go on the bottom of the cup. It's his name and his phone number. So let's get this off of here. Let's see if it's going to play in my favor today or if it's going to be a stinker. There's one stinker. Of course, because I'm on camera, it's going to be hard to peel off. Okay, so now I just have the water bottle on a chunk of pool noodle that I cut in half and tied together with rubber band. It makes for a nice little stand. But we have to choose what side of the tumbler that we want the logo to go onto. So I really like how this looks, so I kind of just want to keep this exposed, I guess. So I think I'm going to go with this side. So now I'm gonna stand up just so I can get a better view here and try to get this as straight as possible. It's really hard to on camera because I got a tripod right in front of my face. So I'm gonna say that looks pretty straight. So I'm gonna push down on the middle, go to the right side, push down, and then to the left side and push down. Really push down to get that vinyl to adhere to the cup. Okay, now slowly but surely you gotta pick up the transfer paper, tape stuff, whatever it's called. Then again, slowly but surely peel that away, hoping that you applied enough pressure. All right, save that for later. Let me see here. Looks pretty straight. Okay, perfect. So now we're gonna move on to the bottom side. You're gonna get a really close-up view. No matter what I do, there will be glitter everywhere, all the time. Ugh. Okay, let me peel off. This is more intricate, so it might not peel as well. What's on there? Sometimes the eye gets left behind. Okay. So now I'm weird, I like to line things up. So I want his name to be directly below this. So if you're taking a drink and somebody's looking at the bottom, they're gonna read Jared Surprise right away. So just do the best that we can to line it up. Again, kind of awkward doing this on camera. Just try to tuck it in there, line it up. Okay, looks pretty good to me. Apply lots of pressure and peel it away. Okay, how cool that looks. All right, so now we're going to put one more good coat, maybe two, of epoxy over this, and then it'll be all done. So we'll be back after the epoxy is all cured to see the finished product. Okay, we're back, and here we have a fully cured water bottle. All I needed was just one good coat of epoxy. You can't feel the vinyl under there at all, so I'm just going to call it good with just one coat of epoxy over the vinyl. All we have left to do is clean up this edge. I've got a couple cups that need cleaning of the edge here. This cup I had used, you can see the glitter, I had used it as a cup for a couple different glitter methods that I do, and it just was not working, and I almost just trashed the cup because I thought, well, this is just a cup that's cursed and nothing will ever work on it. But I am glad I didn't trash it because this turned out perfect. I'm loving this cup, this water bottle, and I'm sure my husband will love it too, and he'll want to keep it for himself. So all I wanted to do quick was show you how I clean up this edge and make it smooth so the top can screw on evenly and securely. So what I have here is a wood burning tool that has a razor blade attachment, and I just heat it up all the way. I turn it all the way up, and I slowly but surely work my way around the top edge here and try to be very, very careful not to break the seal of the epoxy, but just to lift up this glitter and unevenness that's on the top. So like I said, the top can screw on evenly. So I am just going to speed this up as I chip away at this so you can see kind of how I do it, but I'm not going to take up too much of your time. So we'll be back. Okay, here it is, the finished product. Isn't it pretty? Ugh, I just love this method. Here's the coffee tumbler, so you can see how different each crackle turns out. Like this one, it just seemed to fall off a little bit more than this one, but that's okay. I love the difference in each one. It makes each cup its own cup and a unique cup, and just love it. So these guys are ready for their new home. As you saw in the sped up version, I hot knifed all of the cups that I had sitting here as long as the knife was hot. And then I just took acetone It's in this cute little makeup pump bottle. It comes out easier and it doesn't really get all over the place as if I left it in the container that it comes in. And then I just took some of these cotton round things and kind of scrubbed off the inside because sometimes there is overspray from paint. It helps the paint and epoxy and glitter and anything else that's where I don't want it to be kind of come up if the hot knife missed it. So and then all I do is wash these with soap and water and package them up and they're ready to go. So thanks so much for watching another tutorial. I love the feedback. I love just doing these for you guys. So please let me know if there's anything else that you guys want to see done. There will be more videos coming out here in the future of a bunch of different methods that I do on the regular with different cups and tumblers. So again, thanks for watching and we'll see you soon.